Hi everyone, meet Gavin, a population biologist. Population biologists study the relationship between organisms and their environment. A population is made of a group of all of the same species, such as a group of polar bears. A population biologist might investigate the connection between melting ice and whether polar bears are starving to death. Population biologists also study how changes to the environment affect populations of organisms. For example, population biologists research how human actions, like clearing land or introducing toxic chemicals to a river, cause animal populations to decline. What impact would clearing this forest have on the populations that live there? Pause the video and discuss. Gavin specializes in conducting risk assessments for animal populations living in the wild. A risk assessment identifies threats to animal survival. The goal of the risk assessment is to determine how likely it is that an animal will go extinct or no longer exist in the wild. Then, Gavin identifies a potential threat to a population's survival. For example, he would identify melting ice as a threat to polar bears. Then he collects and analyzes data to figure out whether a specific threat is causing a population to decline. For example, Gavin might count how many polar bears are in the area where the ice is melting and compare it to populations in the past years. Once Gavin has collected all of the data, he will label the population as extinct, critically endangered, or least concern. Endangered means that the animal is in danger of becoming extinct. Critically endangered means that the animal is in extreme danger of becoming extinct. For example, if the number of polar bears is smaller, Gavin could say that the polar bears are endangered because they are dying due to starvation. Today, Gavin is conducting a risk assessment to label a population of tarantulas as extinct, endangered, critically endangered, or of least concern. Gavin also hopes that he can determine what's causing the tarantula population to decline. First, Gavin identifies a potential threat that could be causing the tarantulas to disappear. He thinks the population decline could be caused by a new highway that was constructed in January 2019. Since tarantulas obviously don't know how to look both ways before they cross the road, a lot of them might be getting hit by cars. Next, Gavin collects data for a few months on the number of tarantulas in the area. Then he compares that number to the number of tarantulas that were present in the same area in previous years. Here is what he found. In 2018, before the highway was built, there were 245 tarantulas counted in the area. In 2019, after the highway was built, there were only 95 tarantulas. Because of the big drop in population from 2018 to 2019, Gavin believes that the tarantula population is at risk of becoming endangered. This is because the tarantulas are disappearing at a fast pace, and the population needs help from humans to try to figure out how to increase it. Gavin thinks the new highway might be having an impact on the tarantula population. However, he thinks that there might be other factors that are causing the steady decline in the population. Oftentimes, there are multiple factors that can cause a population to decline. Gavin needs to do more research to figure out whether there are other factors, like a drought or invasive species, that is causing the population of tarantulas to decline. Now it's your turn to go on an adventure and be a population biologist.